Back at it again. And just the other day, I made a video talking about how, I'm really disappointed with Republicans. And I don't even necessarily mean the politicians all the time. I mean, just the voting base, right? Because there is no reason why Democrats should be winning at all. The fact that there is even a debate on whether or not Trump may win is just absolutely crazy to me, right? Because Democrat policies are absolutely garbage. I mean, look around us, right? As Joe Biden would say, the proof is in the eating. I'll never forget that quote. Messed that one up. Goodness gracious. But look all around us. The proof is in the eating, right? As Joe Biden would say. This country has gone down the drain quick, fast, and in a hurry. And, time and time again, I just watch Republicans, politicians, and voters just make some of the wrong moves. And it's absolutely mind-boggling to me why we just can't take our W's sometimes, right? Take our wins. Something happened that I saw, and I really want to address it. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of clips of Bill Barr. Yes, I know, Bill Barr, not the greatest of guys. I get that because I can see the comments now. I can see them now. But there's something very important about this that I really want to address, and that's what we're going to be getting into today. I won't keep you guys long on this one, but I do think it's important that I talk about this issue that is going on. Otherwise, it's just going to continue. If nobody says anything, which I haven't seen anybody say anything, this stuff is just going to continue to happen. And I'm tired of watching Republicans lose when we shouldn't be losing at all. Right? So like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button if you are new. Thank you for all of the continued love and support. I greatly appreciate every single last one of you guys, everyone that likes the videos, shares these videos, leaves a comment for the algorithm. I greatly appreciate you because without you, these videos don't go out to the masses. Now, like I said, I've got two video clips. One of them, they're about 2 minutes each, so nothing crazy, but then we're going to get into the meat and potatoes. Let's dive in.
I'm not happy with the choice. I think this is a terrible choice for the country, but it is a choice. At the end of the day, we have to select between two different individuals, and I've said all along that I think it's my duty to pick the person I think will do the least harm to the country, and I think that to me, that's clearly Trump and the Republican administration, which I think is important. I think, getting control over the border, stopping the lawlessness in our cities, building up the strength of the United States in an ever more dangerous world, stop the avalanche of regulation that is strangling business and our technological superiority. These are critical things that have to be done, and I think that we'll get them done under a Trump administration. At the same time, I think the Biden administration is, in fact, the greater threat to democracy. I think they have a totalitarian temper. They have bought into the progressive movement, and they're trying to squelch opposition and freedom of speech.
Maybe so on all of the above, but you were also very concerned about the things you saw and witnessed and the lies you claim Donald Trump pounded again and again. You said repeatedly that he knew well that he lost the election, the last election. And we got details on other indictments, not the one case that's happening now and getting all this attention now. I believe you had thought that was ridiculous. But you had called a lot of the information and the details on that information that came up in some of these other matters nauseating and despicable. You had said that someone who engaged in that kind of bullying about a process that is fundamental to our system and to our self-government shouldn't be anywhere near the Oval Office. I guess I have trouble squaring that.
Well, no, because I don't think Biden should be anywhere near the Oval Office. That's the fact. Everyone wants to discuss it in absolute terms and focus on the pros and cons of an individual. Fine, we can discuss the pros and cons of each individual. But at the end of the day, this is a question of comparison.
Trial has begun here in New York City. It's quite a spectacle, quite an event. I know that you think that the prosecution seems far-fetched. Maybe the best way I could, maybe that's the kindest way that I can say that. Your thoughts as to how this is going now that it's underway and what you think about it?
Well, I've said from the beginning, this case is an abomination. You know, it's obviously political. 7 years after he pays hush money to try to come up with this case, it's also, as you say, it's not only far-fetched. They're trying to predicate it on a federal crime, which wasn't prosecuted, and they're wrong about it. This was not a campaign contribution. They're just wrong on the law. But to me, this shows that the real threat to liberty, the real threat to our system, are the excesses of the progressive left. They're perverting the system of justice, and that's where the danger lies: the corruption and subversion of our institutions by the left.
I heard you call this hush money case outrageous. And I also know you've been asked many times. You've had your disagreements with the former president. He's the presumptive nominee. We assume he will be the nominee. Will you support him in 2024?
Well, I've said all along, given two bad choices, I think it's my duty to pick the person I think would do the least harm to the country. And in my mind, that's I will vote the Republican ticket.
You will.
I will support the Republican ticket. I think the real danger to the country, the real danger to democracy, as I say, is the progressive agenda. And while Trump, and I said, Trump may be playing Russian roulette, but continuation of the Biden administration is national suicide, in my opinion.
Yesterday, the Supreme Court heard a case about obstruction.
Continuation of the Biden administration would be national suicide. Now, I showed you guys those two clips of Bill Barr for a specific reason. Obviously, you heard Bill Barr flipping there and saying, no, I will support Donald Trump. Now, he said a bunch of other stuff, too. We get that, okay? But now he's saying he will support Donald Trump. And my issue is this. I am seeing people say, we don't want your support, Bill Barr. We don't want you, Bill Barr. And this is my thing. If someone says they are going to help support or going to support and help get Uncle Trump back in office, why in the fuck would you say no to that? Like, I'm sorry for cursing, but this type of stuff, I understand Bill Barr isn't the greatest guy in the world. We understand that. But it's just like, take your wins. That's a win. That's a win. This guy's going on national television, someone who has bashed Trump in the past, and he's now saying, well, actually, Trump is the better of the two. So, no, I'm going to support Trump. Now, I'm not saying he's the most influential guy in the world, okay? I'm sure there aren't very many people who are waiting for Bill Barr to make his decision, but take the win. Why are you saying, oh, well, no, we don't want you, Bill Barr. We don't need your support. So you're just going to turn away people in an election that's this important? Like, oh, well, F you, Bill Barr. You're going to turn people away? Like, that type of stuff just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. And it's stuff like that that frustrates me when I see it. I'm like, yo, what are we doing? What are we doing? I don't care what he said in the past. Forget it. I don't care. Now, am I saying we should trust Bill Barr? Am I saying Bill Barr should have a position in the administration? No, not at all. We shouldn't trust him. He shouldn't have a position in the administration. But if somebody says, yeah, I used to hate Donald Trump, part of me still does, but I'm actually going to support him this go around, take it. Take it. Like, I don't even know what to say, man. It's just like, it's just like we're running our heads into a wall for no reason. We don't have to. We don't have to. We can walk around the darn thing, but we just refuse. Oh my gosh. That stuff frustrates me. Take our wins. Take our wins. I don't care what people said in the past. I don't care what they did in the past. If they say they're going to support Uncle Trump and to help Uncle Trump get back in office, take it. Take it. Do you want Joe Biden back in office? Like, people that say that type of stuff, like, you got to be a Biden supporter. You have to be. You have to be. Nobody said trust Bill Barr. Nobody said give him a position in the administration. Nobody said any of that. He just said, hey, I'm supporting Donald Trump. Oh, no, we don't want your support. What? Take the win, man. Take the win. Stuff like that. It's stuff like that. Us as Republicans, man, we just refuse to just win. There's no reason Democrats should ever be winning anything. And it's stuff like that that just continues to hold the party back. Just to hold the party back. That and us not being on one accord. And I'm not saying that we always have to agree on everything. Of course not. There was a quote that I read once, and it said, if everyone in a room agrees, then someone is lying. We're not always going to agree, and that's okay. But there's certain times where you need to be strategic with how you move. I see it from Democrats all the time. I talked about this just the other day. How many times have you seen Democrats come out with a certain messaging, and then they all repeat the same line? Threat to democracy, threat to democracy, threat to democracy, existential threat, existential threat. They all say the same thing. They all say it. Why can't we do stuff like that? And I'm not saying that we always have to do it, right? But at certain times where it would benefit us to be strategic, why can't we do that? Why? Democrat policies are absolutely garbage. Tell me why Democrats continue to win. Anyway, I know some people are going to say, oh, well, they finagle things. Bro, we should be blowing Democrats out so badly. They can't, there's nothing that they can do. Their policies are garbage. Look at this country. No one should ever be supporting Democrats, but they do. Y'all let me know what you thought about this, man. I'm sorry for cursing, but I'm just frustrated. You know, I want to win. And I'm tired of us continually, you know, I guess kind of we kind of shoot ourselves in the foot. And it's just like, yo, what are we doing? We out here like I was about to call out an NFL player that did that. Some of y'all might know who I'm talking about. He played for the New York Giants some years back. Yeah, he had a little incident in a nightclub. I ain't gonna say no names, okay? Some of y'all know who I'm talking about. Comment it below. But peace and love, family. We got to do better, man. Take our W's. Take our W's. I'm out.